Hello, hi, welcome to the second episode of us trying to go over NPCs. I mean, characters I've created. I keep calling them
This
NPCs. They're
is
not NPCs, they're characters. They're beautiful, beautiful people.
this is a special episode, mainly given the fact that we haven't figured out that much. But either way, go on, Star. You
This
have made
is.
this character.
And so now for our second episode, we're gonna go over our first character who got approved. Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, yeah, but
yeah.
from the
Anyway,
shadows.
the prompt. Modern time setting. Superpowered clown who is either a superhero or supervillain. The main power they have is realistic balloon items. You must decide name, secret identity, gender, appearance, personality, etc. Anyway, Star, what is the name of your character?
The name of our character, well, there are two names. The real name is
Oh,
Johan Kelver. However, he finds it boring. And then he preferred you address him by his better name, Charmy.
Oh, let's get started, shall we? So, modern time setting. But doesn't mean there can't be a little bit of a twist. The world is Earth, close to how it is now, but there is another layer to the world others can't see. This layer has the classic name Fantasia, spelt Phantasia.
Yeah,
yay!
that's how you spell Fantasia.
Yeah. A layer that exists alongside us, but distinctly separate, filled with monsters, magic, and abundant chaos. Every day, Fantasia overlaps perfectly with our reality, and for a few seconds, perception of time freezes. These are the moments when odd occurrences happen, like accidents, pipes bursting, gas leaks, earthquakes,
Government
and
drones.
some people are able to freely interact with the Fantasia layer at this point in time. These are called the in-betweeners or leftovers, who don't truly fit into either reality. Of these leftovers, we focus on a man by the name of Johan Kelver, college dropout who works minimum wage to make ends meet after his parents passed away, trying to care for both himself and his sister, all on his lonesome. When he enters the Fantasia realm, he dons the guise of a female clown under the moniker Charmy. They often work with the
True.
beasts and mischief makers of Fantasia to disrupt the world, putting him on the opposite side of many in-betweeners. The reason he
Mm.
fights on the side of chaos is because of a woman in Fantasia who offered him and his sister a better life if he helps her. While he can freely move back and forth and enjoy the comfort and luxury this woman can offer him, his sister cannot. So he fights to expand the influence of Fantasia to give his sister a better life, believing that there's little chance of finding one in the real world.
So, one small issue I had is I didn't think about it at the time. I should have written a certain woman to make it like not seem like, oh, he's in love with a woman. No. It's more of a, someone powerful situation. But I forgot the word of a certain woman in Fantasia.
Reflection will come later. Continue to read.
In the real world, Johan is a short, lean, and fairly handsome, if a little feminine, 22-year-old man with black hair that reaches his neck, usually tied back in a short ponytail. He has golden eyes and often wears baggy, mundane colored clothes to hide his form. His personality is just as muted to match, except when he's with his little sister, where he's much more animated. Meanwhile, in his charming disguise, he has slightly longer blonde hair tied into twin tails, clown face paint, and a red nose, a little flowery top hat, and a colorful dress with a puffy skirt that goes just over his knees. Multicolored stockings, fluffy shoes. This is a much more animated person while in the charmy form. Though he does show a tired side when not being seen by others. Charmy's main ability is that they can create balloons out of phantasmal energy and imbue these balloons with the properties of the object he creates. He can also create realistic looking objects that have the properties of balloons and pop when he wants them to, which is how he makes part of his Charmy outfit when he doesn't have time to change. He does this in the real world too, and that can lead to some unfortunate accidents.
So that
Oh.
is Charmy.
Oh
So,
boy, the
very
vibes are
much-
very interesting on this
You
one.
did very much pick villain, right?
Very
This is
much
very much a villain.
villain. I mean, I say villain. They're not.
It seems a little bit ambiguous.
I mean, okay, to describe it,
Well, it's a villain
from the
with-
perspective of the quote unquote heroes and whatnot. Charmy is a villain. I wouldn't say Charmy is an completely evil villain. It's basically just a matter of he's just on the other side of the war.
it's like being
Hmm.
Sandman. You're a villain, but you have very good intentions.
Okay, to describe it in a basically he's a villain, but he's not like the evil villain who wants to cause suffering and all of that stuff. He's basically just like he's just on the other side of the conflict.
So, when you originally sent me this premise, only one thing came to mind as I read it. And that is, I've seen something similar to this before. It's called Shizao. The only difference is it's not a clown.
Chiso?
Hold on, let me take a look.
Shizao.
I have
Male
never seen this
protagonist
before in my life.
takes on the role of female superpowered individual.
Never heard. I've not heard of this.
I have placed a poster here for you, and that's all I will leave on that. But that being said, I thought it was interesting about this whole other world business, and they seem like a very interesting character. That is why I at least give them like a 4 out of 5. But since we're doing this more on a thing, I give it a 7 out of 10.
All right.
But
4
we are
out of
being
5
fair
equals
to
10
the-
out of 10. I don't know. That
Wait,
seems like more like a 3 out of
stop.
5.
We're not done. Star, much like last time, you get to add and change 3 things.
That's only one thing I'd really change in here is just emphasis on the woman just being not because of a woman in Fantasia. No, it's like because of a certain woman in Fantasia. That's like the only thing I change. Otherwise,
You sure you wouldn't add 2 more things?
Yeah, does he have any rivals? you
Well,
know?
no.
no, that's
up to
like that's
Star.
very big additions. He's asking for
Two.
changes, adjustments.
No. You already got 1. 2. You can add. You can add if you want. It just has to be a small add. What's the other 2 things you'd like to do to adjust this character?
2 things to add, nothing.
All right.
He's the
Really?
most complete thing I can think of, honestly.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
because I
guess-
can't just add detail about rivals and whatnot because those are completely different characters that have to be written, and
Yeah.
also, well, Johan was made for a different world, and considering everything we're gonna make moving forward is gonna be made for a story that's already written. This is going to have to. What's the word? I'm gonna have to redo Charmy later.
Anyway,
Depends, honestly.
I guess in place of 2 more additions, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How does the whole body type thing work?
Meaning?
That's a good question.
It's an effeminate guy, I get that, but do they look any differently in the clown outfit, or are they still
Absolutely
kind
not.
of that kind of effeminate? Like, no?
So when they change, okay, the only thing that changes,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote, is just the fact that they can freely change their hair color, the hair length, and then the hair and eye color. That's basically what they do. So when they
Got
go to the Charming guys, that's they just make their hair longer and blonde, and then they change the eye color. That's the
Given the
extent
fact-
of it. They can't even automatically. They can't when they transform or whatnot. They can't even like get their hair tied up. It's literally
Given the
just
fact
It's literally just
I
he
see.
has his outfit with him and he just basically just changes somewhere.
I see. Given the fact that there are two details that you're foregoing on, I would also like to ask a question. Um, does he have any like weapons or anything like that?
Well, it's balloons.
Right, no, that's his power. But
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he has like a weapon of some kind, or if he just uses balloons.
Well, that's the whole point. You would like make a balloon hammer that's able to hit like a regular hammer.
Does he stay with a hammer, or does he do a knife, or does
Well,
he
no,
do
that's
like
just what I'm
a
saying. It's
sword?
the powers. He
Yeah, I'm
relies on the
aware.
balloon powers. That's the weapon.
I know.
He
I'm
doesn't need
aware
a
of his
weapon. He has
power.
the powers. It's like you don't give Magneto a gun.
No, you absolutely do give Magneto a gun in every sense of the word.
No, he just uses his powers.
He literally his entire thing is well, okay, that's a different thing. My question still stands. Does he have anything other than his balloon stuff, or does he use his balloon stuff to make a particular weapon of some kind? Does he have a staple there?
One of the things he does, just because it's super easy, is he basically takes a balloon, he twists it up a little bit to kind of look like a spear almost. So one thing he likes doing is he just likes making a whole bunch of balloons that like spears and just throwing them out. So it looks like,
I
oh, a
see. That's
balloon's
kind of
coming
cool.
at you, and it just embeds itself into the concrete like, holy shit.
Nah, okay, that see that's what I was that's what my question was
Yeah,
about. All
other
right,
than
Anyway,
cool.
that, other
anyway,
than balloons, he also does have a lot of glue and rope.
I guess the
Oh,
Glue and
other
string. He has a lot of glue and string because sometimes if he wants to make intricate stuff, he just, you know, he skips a few steps.
yeah, I was just
okay,
curious about like equipment because equipment is a kind of important thing to note.
I would say that if it's not a balloon, the thing he uses the absolute most would just be a screwdriver.
weird.
I
That's
mean,
kind
it's
of
just
cool.
no. Listen, it's incredibly useful.
No, yeah, I don't doubt that. I've used
It's
a screwdriver before.
interesting to see that this character, the only thing that's really hiding their identity is a skirt.
I mean,
I mean,
there's also that is the
just
makeup,
just
Well,
like look
the
over
hair and eye color.
just look over at Clark Kent.
Listen, if the Winding Superman needs is glasses, I think,
and the slouch.
yeah, if
You
that's the
forget
one
the
thing he
slouch.
needs, I think a full personality shift, a full outfit shift, a full color scheme shift is pretty much good enough.
Okay, anyway, final judgment. I once again stick with 7 out of 10.
All right. I have this character has already been approved from the Void, by the way, audience. But either way, my I think this is a really interesting character. What I really like is that you made something other than just normal Earth. You gave like another reality. You did some like extra world building on this. That's like really cool. Um, you still put in Earth, regular Earth, which it slightly irks me, but honestly, character is
I
pretty
mean, because it
solid,
is
very
basically just Earth, like
interesting.
Persona.
I'm hold on, a very interesting like dichotomy between like his alter self and his, you know. Interests are very like compelling and stuff. I'll give this a I like this a lot. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Interesting character. I also like the world building.
Yes, the
Good
best
job,
score ever.
Star.
Yes.
So, anyway, let's wrap up this recording.
Okay.
Indeed. Goodbye, audience.
And this
Until
is
next
what the
time.
character looks
Bye.
like if the art's done. We'll have to find out. I still don't know how we're
Well,
doing this.